Welcome to the You Can Be Unstoppable podcast. My name is Evelina, your host and certified hypnotherapist. In this podcast, I will share with you how to tap into the power of your subconscious mind. I intend to share with you how learning how to use the power of your subconscious mind can help you to create a successful and abundant life with ease, how to connect with yourself while fostering a healthy relationship with your body and mind. Tapping into the power of the subconscious mind will help you to learn how to manage your emotions, become more resilient and present in all of your relationships. Self-love and self-worth are the keys to the kingdom of success and abundance, to happy and healthy life on your terms. Welcome to another episode, You Can Be Unstoppable. And today I want to talk about stress and anxiety. So many of us lives so stressed and anxious that we either don't know, became such a natural, normal state that we don't even have the awareness to what extent the stress and anxiety is creating a lot of health problems for us and other issues, or you actually do have the awareness, but you struggle to do something about it. And stress can create so many problems in our lives. It lifts our blood pressure, we feel so tense in our body, our lungs build up toxins, our brain is focused on flight or fight response, meaning that our digestive system doesn't work properly. And the brain is primarily focused on, do I need to run, fight, or freeze? This is not a space when we can engage in creative thinking, in moving with our lives to do something else, because our body is flooded by cortisol, and in nature, this is not the time to create. This is the time to run away. And it kind of reminds me about one of my clients. When we had a session, she didn't realize how stressed she is and how tense she is, because she was saying like, I'm quite good, I feel okay in my body. Actually, remember now, she had actually pain back when she came. She had pain in her back and she wanted to sit on a chair rather than lie down, which was fine. And after we finished the session, she was like, oh my God, my pain bag disappeared. I didn't realize how much tension I held in my body, how stressed I was. And during the session, she allowed herself to relax, to calm her brain back by slow and deep breathing. She was able to release enough so the back pain disappeared. And this is how destructive is stress and anxiety in our lives. And when we engage in slow, long breathing, it sends the signal to the brain that there is nothing to be stressed or anxious about. We can just go on our day as normal. And when we stress and anxious, our breathing is very fast and shallow. And when we deep slow and long, we turn off the flight or fight response. We switching the digestive system back on, and we are causing psychological changes in our body to chill out. We stimulate the vagus nerve, which is the longest nerve in our body. It's the highway between our digestive system and organs, and when we stress, that highway is compromised. And when we stimulate the vagus nerve by slow breathing, we are sending a message to the body to say, hey, it's time to relax, to distress, And there is so many long-term improvements in our mood and our overall well-being, and this is by far the most important state of being we can be. It's the well-being, and also improves our resilience. It may seem like such a simple thing, breathing, because we do it all the time. It's an automatic way, the way we breathe. We don't have to think about of breathing. It's one of those automatic processes that just happens. So we think, well, we're breathing anyway. What's such a big deal about breath? But actually, there is a lot of a big deal in terms of breath, because when you are stressed and anxious, your breath is shallow and fast because you are preparing, your body, your mind is preparing to act quickly. This is not a time to relax and chill and not pay attention. You are on high alert. And part of the problem is when we initially send the signal to the brain, there is something to be stressed about because the boss called you into his office and you're already freaking out about what he's going to tell you. Maybe your husband wants to have a conversation and you're like, oh my God, what does he want? Maybe you had a bad situation with one of your clients. Maybe you have financial problems. You just lost your job. And the brain is not seeing the difference between your boss calling you to the office and being in a dark alleyway and there's some guy just stalking you all the way back home. It does see the difference between the two. So when we initially send the signal, so there's 4 lanes of communication, if I can call them like that, from the body to the brain, but only 2 from the brain to the body. And when we, like I said, initially send the signal to trigger a stress response, so the brain is preparing the whole body, the whole system to respond to either flight, fight, or freeze. And then we figure out that actually there is nothing to worry about, to be stressed about, and we want to send an all clear signal back to the body. There can be a traffic jam. And now we experience stress and anxiety and we feel all those sensations throughout the body for no reason, unnecessarily, because the signal hasn't been quite registered with the all clear signal. However, we can quickly adjust this by breath, and especially the slow exhale, because this is when we stimulate the vagus nerve, which triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, and that is what reduces the anxiety and calms the mind. And vagus nerve is part of the parasympathetic system, which is responsible for rest, for digestion, for relaxation, for restoration. Parasympathetic system is activated when we are calm and at peace in any given moment, and slow, deep breathing can help us to get there. So if you imagine an inhale as a gas pedal, because we activate the sympathetic nervous system, it accelerates the heart rate. However, when we exhale, it's like a brake pedal. We activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which causes deceleration. And when we are really stressed out, really anxious, engaged in overthinking and overanalyzing, and we're really not handling anything very well, our body is perceiving, sensing the danger. The sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the flight or fight response, can go into an overdrive. It's almost like you are running your car on red, and if you spend too much time in that zone, in the anxiety and in the stress, the wheels of the car can fall off, so to speak, meaning you can get stuck in that anxiety and stress. It becomes so natural, so normal, becomes this new calm state that you don't even know, you don't even sense to what extent you are stressed out. You get stuck in there. And you're out of balance. Your body continues to be flooded by cortisol, by all those hormones preparing your body to fight, where there is nothing to fight. There's no reason to be stressed, but you got stuck in there. And that is when better breathing can really help you. It can help us to reset our nervous system naturally. When we engage in slow, deep exhales, so you exhale all the way out, the body resets itself. So set a timer for 60 minutes every hour. Do this exercise. Take a slow, deep breath in to your belly, not to your chest, to your belly, and then a long, slow exhale. 8 to 10 seconds. Take all the air out. So breathe in through your nose to your belly and breathe out through your mouth. All the air out. And do this all day, every hour, and see how it affects your level of anxiety or stress. Because for the most part, I don't remember missing a class at school teaching me how to breathe properly, because as soon as we are born, we know how to do it. It's one of those automatic processes, like pumping blood through your veins. Just happens. No one teaches us how to breathe properly, because I certainly don't remember missing that class. And when we exhale slowly, we literally switch off our body's stress and anxiety response. We are literally relaxing our muscles, lowering heart rate and blood pressure, and we are increasing the sense of calmness. And when we inhale through the nose, not the mouth, but through the nose, we filter the dust and other allergens. Warm and humidified air that we breathe in can make it much easier for our lungs. And nasal breathing really releases nitric oxide, which improves oxygen circulation. And there is so many benefits, not just for stress and anxiety, when we become more aware of how we are breathing. Especially if we feel that anxiety is stress rising, and engaging in slow breathing. It can literally improve the brain function, can calm the mind, and really relax the body. It strengthens the brain, sharpens the mind, and boosts our attention span. Keeps our breathing healthy, young, influences our emotion, our attention. Because when you engage in slow and deep breath, your attention is on the breath, not on how you are stressed or anxious about what's going on. When we do that, we allow the external circumstance to affect how we feel and how we act. That is really giving your power away to external circumstances. Your attention is there, but when your attention is on slow and deep breathing, you are reclaiming your power. You're providing a lot more oxygen to your body. And there's so many other things that gets affected by the way you breathe when you engage in slow and deep breathing. Your immunological functions improve. Your general physical function improves. Obviously, you decrease stress and increase your well-being. Your working memory improves. Your attention span, your attention, especially for ADHD people, really improves. There is so many benefits in slow and deep breathing. And we live in such a stressed out world, especially with everything what's going on. Our attention can be on how will I get the money? Where is the economy going? How will I manage? And how much stress and anxiety that causes in your body when you keep your attention there. And don't trust me? Go and research for yourself. There is so many articles and studies out there that prove the huge amount of benefits of slow and deep breathing, especially the slow exhale, which activates the vagus nerve. Because who wouldn't want to feel calmer, having slow heart rate, less tension in your body, and everything else that comes with calmness and well-being. So have a go, try it, set up your timer, and work on your breath, and let me know, how did that help you? And I know that some of you may be like, oh, this is far too simple. But why do we need a complicated solution? We don't. A simple solutions are the best. And if you want to work on a much deeper level with me to find the root cause behind your stress and overthinking and worrying, which can cause a lot of havoc in your body, then get in touch. We can hop on a call and we can discuss how I can help you to shift from the inside out. Thank you for listening. If you found value in this podcast, I would like to ask you to leave a positive review explaining how this episode helped you to improve your life. I ask you to do this because this will help other people to improve their lives as well. Share and spread the love all around you. Raise your vibrations to improve your life. If you would like more transformational content like this, connect with me on Instagram. You can find a link in the description of this podcast, and I'll see you over in the next episode.